Hello there and welcome. It's Ed. Another video about my 24-hour income. I'm going to call it My24 from now on because it's too much of a mouthful for me. But anyway, as you know, we're in pre-launch and there's a lot of things you can do if you want to start getting your own referrals. And one of them is to build yourself a bridge page like this one. I was talking about preparation the other day. So this is made on Getresponse. You can make it on anywhere you like. If you haven't got Getresponse, you can use Wix or Weebly.com, both free sites, and there's plenty of tuitions on YouTube where you can find out how to do them. And just go and put the same thing on here. But I'm going to show you how to do it in Getresponse because obviously there are lots of advantages with Getresponse because it's an autoresponder service where you can put, as you can see on this one, right at the moment I've put here that My24 is in pre-launch, and if there's some problems you can get hold of me. I'll give you an update. Just a little service I'm doing for people that I sponsor into the system, and not everybody's got the same amount of time to spend on Facebook and in all the groups as I do. Okay, so anyway, that's a little extra. You don't have to do that part. The important thing is what you want here is a headline, a video, preferably with you, and then a link to go to the site and also to connect with you on Facebook. That's optional, but I recommend it. So, but that's entirely up to you. But if you connecting with people on Facebook, they can come and chat to you and ask you extra questions, anything they're unsure about. Okay, so I will be going into Getresponse here, and this is where you need to go. If you haven't got a Getresponse account, you'll need one. There's a 30-day free trial on it, and then it's $13 or $14 a month after that. So anyway, I'm going to log in here now, and we'll go through the process of setting up a landing page so that you can send people. You don't send people directly to your offer. You send them to that landing page where you have an extra little communication. And also, what you find with things like My24-hour income that get very popular, if you start sending the link out, particularly on Facebook, they'll block it. Whereas this way, you're sending them to a Getresponse page, or as I say, a Weebly or a Wix page, and Facebook won't block those links for you. Okay, so it's another reason for making a landing page. So this is the page that you would come to if you haven't got an account, and you would sign up here. Otherwise, you would, if you've got an account already, you probably know, just log in. And then once you're logged in, I'll just say this, I'm not going to go into all the intricacies of Getresponse because there's so much to do, but as you're starting a new campaign for My24, the best thing to do is to actually create a campaign. So you go to here to your dashboard, and up here in the top right hand corner you would create a campaign. The reason you do this is so that you can make an email, get people on your list on an email, and you would use this to your campaign for making the forms for your autoresponder, and then for adding it to your email subscriber list. Okay, I've already got a campaign done for this, so but all you would do is here is give it a name, My24. You'd have to give it a unique name that somebody else hasn't got, but My24 income. I'll just put Ed because I'm sure it's been done. But then you'd create a campaign and so on. So click on there, and then what we're going to do is go to create our landing page. So we go here. This is where we create our landing page, and choose a template. Now what you want to do here is choose a template that hasn't got too much stuff to get rid of, because we're going to start with a totally blank sheet. Okay. You can look through here and see what they are. These ones with little dots on are 2 pages where you can have a variant or a thank you page. In that case, it's a thank you page. But all we're just doing is a simple landing page at the moment. So we'll just look around here and see, because we don't have to use that thank you page. That one will probably do us because we're only using the template. Okay, that's all we're doing. and we just wait for the monster to load our template. So there's the template loaded, and what we have to do is, I'll give you a little warning here. This is easy when you know how to use. It's a little bit fluky sometimes. You have to click in these boxes, and you want to remove things. It's not bad when you just get used to it, but sometimes you have to click out of boxes. And what we're doing is we're going to remove everything that's here. This brand we want to get. Can you see the dustbin up there in the top right hand corner? Just get rid of the whole lot there. This is another section. We just want to click into this box, get rid of that. Click into that box, get rid of that. We are going to be putting some boxes back in afterwards, but it's just easier if you start with a totally clean sheet rather than say, oh, I'll just use that or just use that. Let's get into this box and see if we can remove the whole lot. Yes, we can. And this last little bit, I'll just move the page up a little bit so you can see it. We've got some things here we need to get rid of. I don't know if you can see that. Little tricksy. But we get there. Oops. See what I mean? Little things like that happen. I don't want that to happen. So the best thing to do is to click away from it, click onto something else, and come back to this. Maybe if I click in there. Okay, that was tricksing me a little bit, that last one, but what I ended up doing was stretching this box, because as you can see I can't actually see the bin. I couldn't anyway, and I can see it now. Anyway, I stretched it. So if that's what I was talking about. It's a little bit fluky. If you have a little problems, just play with it, fiddle with it a little bit, and see what it comes up at. There's a box there that we don't actually need, and this looks like a section we don't need. Oh, here we go. We can actually just stretch that down like that, as it's already there. We'll see what it looks like in the end. This one, we can take this box. We can actually get rid of, because we don't need it. Okay, what we've got now is a box there we don't need. We've got a blank sheet. Okay, so that's first of all, that's the first job, is to clean it up. Okay, next, what we're going to do, we're going to build something. We're just going to build something along these lines, if you remember. Like this, sorry, like that. I've got a bit distracted there. Sorry, like that. And then, so what do we want? We want to go over here to our toolbox, and this is a drag and drop text box. Place your text here. We know it's going to be a headline and wants to be, oops, it's going to be fairly wide, so just gently take that across there, and the other side, oops, the other side across there, and then we can put our text in here, and as you can see, you've got the controls here for the font type and the color and the size, sorry, color and the size, and you can link it and so on. So we're just going to write our text here. Okay, get referral commissions without referring anyone. That will do. We can highlight that. We can change the color. Keep it in keeping with the site maybe. And the size wants to be a lot bigger. Try that. Maybe we can do it like that, and we'll say, okay, maybe it's not a commanding enough color, but you can play with it. It maybe needs to be a thicker font. That's maybe a little better. Okay, that's that little bit done. We can move that up the page so it doesn't. So we've got plenty of space for our video and our calls to action. So the next thing to do is to drag in a video. So you go down here on the right hand side here. That bar is movable, by the way, if you need to ever move it. Try and find the center there. And then we just double click on that, and this is where you'll put the URL of your video. So it's handy to just have your URLs on a notepad, just like that, something similar like that. I'll just double click on that again. So that's obviously a default video. That is my video. Embed. Okay, so we'll put that one in there, and we're going to stretch it out so it's nice and big, and you have to pull this box down a little bit like that. I think maybe that's too big, but anyway, we'll see. So that's the video done. Again, what you want to do is come up here where this little cross is. It's a pencil and a pen, I think. Sorry, not that one. That one's bordering and styling and things like that. We don't need that. You can get rid of that, cancel that. But what we want is this cog wheel here to show the controls. And what we want to do is we can hide the control bar. What we want to do is hit autoplay. Okay, this is a feature that you won't get in Weebly and Wix, so it's another little advantage of this. But you know, I mean, that's not the most important thing in the world. We can get rid of the title bar because people know that when they're coming here, really know what the page is about. And so that's done that. So don't forget to autoplay your video. And the next thing we need to do is to put in our call to action. So that is this button over here. And we bring that and drag that down to the bottom there. And we can stretch it out. Click in here to alter the text, the size, the color, and so on. And we can color the background as well. The button color here. So I like to do that, as I say, a little bit in keeping with the site. That's what I like to choose. It's not quite right, but I'll find the right color later on. Because when I go to the site, I use a trusty little link color picker, but that will do for the moment. So we'll use that like that, and then the button itself wants to say open your free My 24-hour income account here. And get rid of the button, and we'll put it in a font that we can see. They want the same one. I'm going to do that maybe, and just make it a little bigger. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. One down. So that's that, and then going over here to grab my link, and we'll put that in there. It's a web address. Pop the link in there. It's going to open in a new window. We say OK. Thank you very much. Oops, we don't like that colour very much. Not at all. I want that to be blue, I guess. Let's see what that looks like. That's okay for the minute. I'll come back and tidy that up. Anyway, this is only a demonstration account. But anyway, so there we go. That's going to open up. As I showed you in the other page here, you can obviously fiddle with those boxes, those buttons, connect with you on Facebook, and if you're an advanced user, you'll know about this anyway, I would imagine. Okay. So that's all done. The next step is to go to the next step up here in the right hand corner. Don't go to save and exit. It won't be the end of the world if you do, but go to the next step, because this is where you're going to name your page, and it has to be a unique name. So I expect most of the obvious ones have been taken by now, for sure. My24 hour. I'll put the whole name. and then we can just put a little addition on, because that's it'll probably tell us it's been taken. It hasn't. Okay, so get. Okay, so that is just going to stop this video and just take a look inside, because we've got a little where I can do that. Here's me. As I say, right at the moment the site is not available. If I could spell my own name right. Okay, now you can see how bad my spelling is, and we're not assigning our own domain. You could, but this is what it's giving me at the moment. My 24-hour income. That's pretty cool. And then you would choose a campaign. You remember we set up the campaign at the beginning of the video? So in my case, I've got My24. That's the chat campaign, and messages go to that page when people sign up. Okay, so you can save, and saving, or but if you just click the publish button here, that will go live. And we'll see the efforts, the work of the fruits of our efforts here in just a minute. Okay, let's go and visit this page, see what's wrong with it. We can always go back in and edit it. There we are, excuse me. Get referral commissions without referring anybody. It's all spelled correctly. The video started automatically, and we're going to open the account. Let's hope that it's up and running. What have I done there? Okay, I've put in the wrong link. So it's always pays to check your links. So I'll go back in here and change that link out and put in the correct referral link, and then that page will be ready to go. Okay, now you've made it this far, and I said I was going to make you a special offer, and I am. Special announcement, I said. And the special announcement is that, now look, if you don't have the time or the skills to do this during the 30-day pre-launch, you can have this page, okay? If you've made a video, I'll change the video link for your video. Obviously, this is going to be your account. Your referral link is going to go in there, okay? So, but you can have this page. It's all done for you. It'll just have a new name. It'll be like My24 and then your name. Okay, so there's an offer for you. If you join me in My24 Hour Income and get in touch with me, show me that you've joined, or we'll be connected anyway. So, and then I'll build your page, and you can have that as soon as it's possible for me to do it. Normally within 24 hours. Okay. So there you are. That's my my 24-hour income review for today, and help to get you started getting your referrals, and I hope it helps you. Okay, it's Ed Kirwan saying goodbye now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye now. Bye bye.